Heyo, 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 I'm ProAceJOKER. Welcome back to the Insane Asylum. We are doing mission number 6 of our Halo Infinite Legendary walkthrough. I think it's mission 6. It kind of all blend together at some point. But we have preserved the story. Let's hop straight into it. I finally am actually hitting the record button this time around, so good on me. I am doing... Hold on, now that I mention it, let me make sure my settings are actually proper. Because the last time I was recording at an insanely low bit rate. Yeah, 1600. Okay, we're good. Alright, so this is mission 5. We are starting the conservatory. This is kind of the start of where we start getting a little more linear. If you are one of those people that collect all your Spartan cores and stuff like that, hopefully you've upgraded your health enough. I actually need to go upgrade mine. I'm personally going to just upgrade my first strike one, because I kind of like the... This actually can be used for some crazy cool glitches that I'm not going to do right now, but...
Another Spartan. Get me close.
And don't worry about ammo. As I said, you probably used up a bunch of your Arcane Sentinel Beam. That's okay, because you unlocked it. Don't be afraid to, like, switch it out for something else later on. And we're not going to use it too much, as I said, with this Legendary Guide. We're going to do a little bit of speedrunny stuff, a little bit. I'm going to skip some sections that I think is easy to skip, and then we'll take out enemies where I think you should probably just take a second and just... It's easier than just trying to slam your head against the wall and skip enemies and just kill them really quick and then call it a day. Right? It's not a speedrun guide, it's a legendary guide. But hey, this is mission 5. By this point, as I said, this is kind of the point where you really don't need to do any open world stuff. You should have done all the open world stuff while you were invincible. It's the easiest way to do it. But Demon, to answer the question, I love this. Yeah, I'm in love with this Halo. This is potentially my favorite Halo game. So I love this game. I love the opportunities it does. It's opened up and stuff like that. So this is the first set. I'm gonna actually just take this. Hello. Thank you. I don't want to waste ammo, so I'm gonna just take that, and then we'll kill those two. Don't worry about ammo consumption, because right on the other side there's an ammo refill. So that's some Bracer BR if you want. So the Bracer BR doesn't have as much reserve ammo. Kind of sucks. So, but this is where we're gonna start skipping. You can just jump through and actually skip right to the door. Hide in the corner. Get some ammo and grenades if you need. And this is the same thing. We're going to actually skip through. All you have to do is pop that fusion coil. Or don't let it blow up on you, but... You know, don't... 10 out of 10 guide. Don't let the fusion coil actually explode as you go by it. But this is what I'm talking about, is like... Now I'm doing speedrun stuff, and you don't need to do this if you don't want. Just kill the enemies. Again, it's weird for me to be like, I just shoot the enemies. There's not a lot to it, though. This is the one that you can kind of skip, in my personal opinion. The next one we're gonna actually kill all the enemies on, but this is the easier one. So once you grab the power seed, slot it in, and then you can just kind of run immediately in here.
There we go.
And then you can kind of wait in the corner for your health to recharge. And once again, you can just skip right through. So pretty easy. And then if you want to make sure, you come into this corner here, and it will get you a checkpoint if you wait long enough. Should get you a checkpoint, and then you can actually just move forward. So take that, hit brute with that one, and this is the one that we're gonna actually kill all the enemies for. There are enemies with stalker rifles, so just be wary of that. There's 2 stalker rifle guys. There's a turret on the other end. With the Bracer BR, you should be able to just long range pop them in the head. Or not. Don't forget, you do got that Sentinel you can use to insta-kill. I mean, this thing melts birds, so it's very, very good. So you're going to actually see us do a little bit of a setup here, and this is why we're actually taking the time, killing all the enemies. Ow. Not necessary. Again, laser. Keep that kneeler out of my face. And once you've cleaned out all the enemies, you need to power up the door. But what you don't want to do is don't plug a power seed in just yet. Kind of leave the power seed by the plug-in, but don't put it in. The first one. Because as soon as you put one in, more enemies will spawn. So a good way to do this is just grab each power seed. Take a second. Plug it in. And then immediately run over to the other side that you dropped earlier. And plug that one in too. And then the door will open. And then you don't have to worry about all the enemies behind you.
And it's open. Come on. Let's go before they get really creative.
We activate this. Now, there is a glitch. It's a little bit difficult, but there is a glitch that you can do with the fusion coil here, where you can actually clip through the glass, and it will get you all the way down below. Once again, because this isn't a speedrun, I'm not going to show it.
Dangerous.
But, because this is not a terrible area. So.
Potentially dangerous.
But yes, Demon, it does follow after the last Halo, but it leaves a lot of the last Halo stuff behind. So, alright. But yeah, we're gonna go around this first section. We don't really need to kill too many enemies. They shouldn't be too much of a nuisance. If you need, just hide around corners and stuff for now. Ouch. Each little section you should get a checkpoint. But yeah, first two shouldn't be too bad to kind of just run through. You should be able to pretty much speed down the road on all these first sections. But you go down the center for the first one and then the left side for the next one. And then once again, if you're low on your bracer BR and you haven't found ammo refresh, there are commando rifles here. Don't be afraid to just switch it out. Yes, you'll lose the bracer BR, which I personally think is really good. Now this area, there's a bunch of invis elites, so you need to jump and grapple over their heads. And if you get out quick enough, you should still get a checkpoint right here. And this is where we're gonna kill a few enemies here. We have to be careful. There are the invis elites right behind me. They're trying to kill me now. Alright, there it is. Well, back up. You can just skip these enemies too. So, back up. You can actually just skip through. And then just sit here instead, because then the enemies don't attack you as much. And then this is what I also do. Switch to a plasma nade or a spike grenade, because this guy on the turret is going to hurt you. But if you throw a grenade at him, he should get off the turret. And you can kind of just come around here. Kill him. Kill him. And now the next guy has a rocket launcher, so you have to be a little careful. So I usually like to launch myself into the air. And then just skip it that way. And we're starting to look low on ammo for the Arcane Sentinel Beam, so... which is alright. But we're going to save it as much as we can for the later section. There's no enemies in these after you skip the other two, so... don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just grapple, movement, slide yourself all over the place. Right down here.
Oh no, we're too late. Something awful happened here. Plug me in. We'll figure this out.
Alright. After you open this up, you got enemies. Clear out the first wave. Say clear out the first wave. And then immediately book it to the... I do the left corner. And then this is a good time to actually switch out your bracer and take a commander rifle instead. And there is ammo up top. And then just kind of hide under the staircase. A lot of the enemies will come to you.
You were right.
This is what I was talking about, is these enemies can basically one-shot you, so you have to be really careful. So, get as much cover as you can.
Something is taking control of local systems.
And then really try and hit those headshots. Really try and hit those headshots, because the quicker you are. You are going to have two charging brutes. They're pretty much the hardest enemies in this little section to worry about. Because, they knock you, they charge you, so you have to knock them dead while trying to also dodge shock rifles that can one-shot you on Legendary, so.
You were right.
Don't be afraid. You might have some shot grenades at this point. Don't be afraid to use those at this point either.
This is taking longer than I thought.
Because the shot grenades can actually lock the enemies in place. So, especially the, like him. Should lock him. And then that's the time where you, take the opportunity to kill him. And there are regular sentinel beams and stuff, so don't be afraid to just use those instead.
Well, I was also considering flying octopus monkeys.
Skimmers it is then.
But once you kill the two brutes, this is where just take your time. Don't let them one-shot you. Arcane Sentinel Beam, make sure you keep track of that. But this is also not a bad time just to use the regular Sentinel Beam. Honestly, I might just stick with it because I don't have enough ammo to do much with the other one. So I think I will. You know what? I think I'm gonna just stick with this guy. We're just gonna go make sure we get enough ammo as we go. But yeah, just stay behind here. You should have plenty enough ammo to kill all the skimmers. If you run out, you can always go over to the other side. There is another spawn of commander rifle down there that you can do. So I think you have kind of three main waves that Cortana will call out. On this last one, once you knock out each enemy, they should open a door in the back. And these guys all have commander rifles, and they look like they're shielded, but they should still take only one shot if you're accurate, unlike me. But the Sentinel Beam is great for knocking off brute helmets, so that's why I did it. And once you're done with that, go ahead, come back, pick up your BR, and then if you want your Arcane Sentinel Beam, it doesn't have enough ammo that I'm actually going to drop it for now. And then I'll just go get a replenish next time I get back out to the open world. I gotta go find a fob, but I shouldn't be too far away from one. So. Oh, right, I have to get the weapon. Ha! Once again. Flawless guide. Nothing wrong here. Go back, get our little weapon friend, and then we can move on forward.
What happened back there?
When I interfaced with the cradle, it unlocked something. Something important. Cortana was here 6 months ago. I could feel
We definitely do need more ammo soon here. Luckily, we should get a little bit in just a little bit. Pick this up. This will give us access to the thruster. Now, this is what I was talking about. Is if you collect enough Spartan cores, the very last thruster upgrade is very awesome.
Who are you? Scan complete. Spartan.
The last upgrade allows you to go invisible for 2 seconds after every evade, and you get 2 thrusters. 3 thrusters? 2 thrusters. And stronger ones, and they're very useful that you can just kind of hide yourself. So, highly recommend if you're just trying to make the game as easy as you can for you. That's the way to do it. So. And once you come through, you got 1 enemy to kill. And we can kind of skip this one. So, we're gonna... Hey, buddy. We're gonna just skip past him. And then there is a weapon recharge. Now, these 2 brutes can be a little bit tricky.
Not yet.
But this is why we have the Sentinel Beam. We're gonna take the fusion coil, and we're gonna try and use as much fusion coil damage as we can. But yeah, you need a these brutes have 2 layers to the helmet. You gotta knock off both layers. It has the kind of big poofy one where they have the extra top on them. And then they have a lower helmet. Now, there's Sentinel Beams down here, so you have plenty of ammo. There is so much ammo of Sentinel Beams. So after you kill one, you can come here, get a checkpoint, and then you can kind of just hide right here, and he'll just sit there. And you just do that, switch to the BR, done deal. And then go replenish the Sentinel Beam, because we are going to use more of this later.
Kill Spartan Sorrel.
Negative. His kill. This elevator.
That's it.
Us back to the surface.
That's pretty much the end of Conservatory. I think, do we have a mission that's at the top there? I can't remember. I think that's it, though. That's it. That's a Conservatory. It's a mission that is not, once again, you could set yourself up for success in this game, right? I brought in Arcane Sentinel Beam that allowed me to really rip through enemies and stuff like that. So, and we skipped a lot of the sections pretty smoothly. Again, this is legendary, so you saw like there were areas I didn't take any damage, pretty much running past everything. So it's not overly tough. But we are now here, and what we're gonna do is right at the start, we're gonna drop down.
Do you know what it is?
No.
The Harbinger said the endless.
But that, I mean, that's it. I'm gonna just clear out this little section here, and then we will start the next mission from here because this is a little area. So but that's it for Conservatory.